Ogundare. I'm the country manager for Zoho Nigeria. And from yesterday till today, I've really enjoyed the conversation we've had on the stage. And also, it's a privilege for us being here to partner with Startup South for the conference for this year. So today, I will be speaking on a topic that is very important for everybody. Talking about personal branding, talking about your own personal branding, you are probably selling something, right? So if you're not selling yourself, you're selling your products or you're selling your services. So there must be something you're selling. And gone are the days when you just sell anyhow. Things have really changed, right? So today, I will be speaking on the topic, adaptive sales strategy for a disrupted world. And I put fifth industrial revolution as one of the key pointers for that particular topic. Now, what is adaptive selling? Is everybody here with me? Great. So what is adaptive selling? Adaptive selling is a custom or tailored approach to selling which takes into account the type of customer, the sales situation, and the feedback you've received. So there are three components to adaptive selling, right? So you need to take into account the type of customer. So you're going to approach somebody in Lagos right now to sell something, you have to be able to speak the language they speak in Lagos. If I'm coming to Port Harcourt right now and I'm trying to sell something to a particular ecosystem, I should be able to speak the language of that community. And also, the situation around. So let's take, for example, in a community whereby insecurity is very, very high, and you are trying to sell a service to them, and then you want them to gather in a place where they are also, they are scared of coming out already. You have to take cognizance to the situation of things around that place. And lastly, the feedback you receive from your clients, right? They are giving you feedback about what their service is all about. Okay, this one is not working, that one is not working. Can you improve on that, right? And your ability to adapt instantly to that particular sales situation is what we call adaptive sales strategy. Now, these are the common strategies that you will probably encounter. This is probably a common one for everybody selling anything, right? Whether personal branding or a product or a service, right? The first strategy is to prospect. So when you look at Zoho today, I'm like, everybody is a prospect for me, right? I want to sell you something. Probably I want to encourage you to try our email service, or I want to encourage you to try our CRM. How do I do that? I have to prospect. I need to go online, probably check, speak to someone within the ecosystem, right? Prospect, right? Try to see, okay, what exactly do you need in this community right now, right? And the second thing is going to be to approach and contact, right? So that's how we brought ourselves from Lagos to Port Harcourt, right? We are trying to approach you, try to create a contact with you, right? So it's not only you prospecting, you can prospect from now to tomorrow, changing the status, try to contact, not contacted, email sent, follow-up required, all those things. You need to approach and then make a contact, right? And thirdly, you have to present whatever you're doing, right? So you have to create a presentation, a custom presentation for whatever you're selling. So when you're speaking to people in the C-levels, you are not trying to sell to them the way you will sell to the people in the lower level. Or you are trying to sell to people in the real estate industry, right? You are not selling to them the way you are selling to fintech. So you have to customize your presentation so that your ideas and whatever you want to sell, they can actually speak to it, right? And most importantly, as a salesperson, you have to follow up. You need to follow up. Follow up is the key, right? You will approach somebody today, they're interested in what you are trying to sell, but because of the financial situation, or maybe it's not even within their budget at the moment, they will be like, I'll get back to you later. And as a salesman, if you did not follow up, trust me, that deal is dead on arrival. Some people might not even be interested in what you're selling. You just need to keep sending them email, maybe once in 2 weeks. Hi, just checking in. If you need anything, we are here to assist you. Anytime the need comes up within that organization, the first person that will come to their mind will be your company. So follow-up is very, very essential. And then referrals. So the goal of any business today, whether service, personal branding, or even anything you're selling, is referral. That should be the last thing. That should be your goal. When your customer can tell their friend, about the services they are getting from you, about the quality of work you're doing. So that is when you get to that point. So that is your goal, the ultimate goal for doing business, right? The next slide is to speak about prospecting channels. So what are the channels you can use? So from yesterday to today, I've read the word tech, infused technology, infused technology. And I can tell you that everybody here today, we are kind of using technology in a way to do our business. And when you look at technology, technology is not just, I mean, it's not only the big grammars, the coding, the programming. You may not even need any of those things, right? The fact that you have a social media platform, the fact that you have a website, the fact that you have a CRM, the fact that you are using an email marketing tool currently, the fact that you have an human resource management application that you are using to optimize the way you do your business, that is you using technology to manage your thing. Now, prospecting channels for your business, right? The first one is social media, right, which is the common thing right now. So I will encourage any salesperson to have a presence online, right? Gone are the days when you be like, social media is not for serious business. Today, any serious-minded businessman, any startup community especially, you need to have a social media handle, because if you reach out to me, for example, now in Zoho, you are trying to use any of our products, and maybe you just signed up online, and peradventure, your case just crossed my table. The first thing I do is I go to LinkedIn, check your company, right? Because I don't want to waste my time. You understand? I don't want to waste my time. And that is the same thing. Everybody will look at you. You know? So they need to check. You need to have a social media presence, update your profile. And a lot of people here are doing amazing stuff already, but it's not being publicized. And if you're waiting for the press to carry your story and stuff, it might take a while. But you have the social media platform to do what? To do that. And also when you are prospecting, right, you can post on social media, right? You can check. Me prospecting, maybe Startup South as one of my clients. I will check their website, understand what they are currently doing. Okay, let me see the way I can pitch myself and make sure that they can actually get to try to use Zoho, for example. The second option is going to be networking events, and which is why events like these are very essential for you to attend. Not only because you are going to get new lead, but you get to understand how the market or the terrain you are trying to work in operates. Right? There are a lot of things they've said on this stage in the last 24 hours that peradventure, if you're checking online, you will never get it. The madam from Ministry of Sports, she just spoke about some of the things that they are doing in-house, but you will not know. And how will you position yourself to actually benefit from these things, right? You need to position yourself well so that you can benefit from these privilege and opportunities being given to us by our government. And thirdly, code markets prospect. This is a very old one. Code marketing, right? That's when you just pick up the phone or you open your yellow page and you just dial. You do code marketing. You dial, you call people, you send code emails, right? It's also a channel of you prospecting. Then friendship farming, right? So friendship farming and the fourth option, which is the people you know, they are kind of similar. Right? Friendship farming is when you try to create a connect with person with the purpose of doing business, right? But then, a lot of people, when you approach them with business mind, they don't want to listen to you. They'll be like, And I would probably say maybe real estate, they kind of fall in that aspect. They come up with their flyers, they come with, come and invest here, come and invest here. The moment I see that it's real estate, I'll be like, Oga, I'm tired. I have already invested in so many things, and I don't have some millions of naira hanging out somewhere. But then when you build a relationship with someone, not with the intent of doing business with them in the first page, right? They tend to give you audience, hear what you want to say, and then you build on that, you now build on that. Then you now look for the opportunity to actually pitch that product you want to sell to them. And people you know, right? Still goes back to my referral. So there are some people you know within your network. That's why networking is very important. It's good to be part of an like a hub or incubator or accelerator. They know something that you don't know. Some people have raised funds. Some people have scaled up their business within 1 month, within 6 months. They've done it a certain way, right? So the people you know will also help you to even tell your story to other persons, right? And center of influence. So center of influence, those are the people that are already made in the market. You need to look for them, right? Some people will call them mentor, right? People you look up to do business. However, I would say center of influence. Some people can influence something right now. We have influencers, right? If Davido, she said, I'm going to Port Harcourt tomorrow for a show by Saturday, 11 p.m. Trust me, that stadium will be full. That is people that have center of influence. Now, in whatever industry you are currently working in, there are some people that have made name for themselves in that particular sector. What you need to do is actually approach them, tell them your ideas, right? And they, by just mentioning your name in their presentation already, has given you credibility as a startup, as anybody, right? So these are the prospecting channels you can use for your business. And when I talk about approach and contact, approach people. Don't be scared, right? Whatever ideas you have, it's an idea until you say it out, right? You need to build on it. So approach and make contact. Presentation. So when you're doing your presentation, there are a lot of things you have to be mindful of, right? When you're doing presentation about the service you are offering, about the products you are selling, right? Try not to talk too much, right? Try not to talk too much. Ask enough questions. So if you're going to be using Zoho, for example, now, you will come to our stand. You will tell us, I'm trying to optimize the way I do my business. I can easily say, go ahead and buy Zoho CRM. It's going to work for you. But trust me, if we did not ask you enough questions, that CRM might not work the way you want it to work. We need to understand your pain points. What are you trying to achieve? And then we'll tell you the ways you can use the software to enhance your business productivity, right? So you need to ask enough questions. So before you even go for your presentation, do your research. Check LinkedIn, check Google. Okay, this company, what are they currently using? What are they lacking? How can you bring value to the organization with your software or whatever product you're selling, right? So you ask enough questions and you customize your presentation. So if you're speaking with a real estate company now, you have to customize the presentation that will speak the language and the slogan in a real estate firm. If it's fintech, if it's construction company, if it's insurance company, or even medical industries, right? You need to customize your presentation in a way that will bring value out for your client. And follow up is very important. You need to follow up. Like, there is no way you will send one email and you expect that email to convert to sales. It's not possible. Not in Nigeria, not anywhere in the world. You will need to leverage a lot of things, and follow-up is very key to your success. And I'm very sure a couple of us here are salespersons. How many people here is in sales? You can see them. They have sweet mouths. You know, sometimes I even tell my sales guys in Zoho that don't go and oversell Zoho. If you tell them that you sign up for Zoho today and you become a billionaire tomorrow, now you know, they will oversell, right? Selling is sweet. They are very excited about the products, and when you know what you want to sell, you can speak about it from now till tomorrow. They will speak and speak and speak, right? Then it now comes to delivery and fulfillment. You promise heaven and earth, and you're only giving us keke na pep. So which means there must be collaboration between the marketing team, sales team, and the implementation team. So whatever you are promising your clients during your presentation, during your proposal, you should ensure that you deliver it. And that is what we get fulfillment, right? And so I'm going to take you through Zoho now, Zoho CRM, so which is our comprehensive sales management application. So Zoho CRM, next slide, please. Yes, so taking CRM to the next level with automation. So we've spoken about a lot of things today, and I was just there on my seat, and I'm like, just consult Zoho now. We can do a lot of these things for you, right? I believe during my session yesterday, we were talking about AI and how people are scared about AI getting their job. I can tell you categorically that AI and automation, they are here to enhance the way you do business. Right? I have used it. I've worked with businesses that have automated their processes, and they've scaled up exponentially, right? So taking CRM to the next level with automation, and personally to me, I love automation. I want a situation whereby I just have to do two things, and then series of actions is being performed underneath. If I just want to sleep, I will know I'm getting my beauty sleep, right? If I want to think properly, I can think well. If I want to go out to the market and actually make the connection with people, I can do it. But then I know that my process is happening underneath. The software is taking care of it. So we're going to be talking about taking Zoho CRM to the next level with automation. And we will talk about, next slide, we'll talk about building workflow, auto assignment rule, approval processes, scoring rule, and blueprint. So these are the few terms we use within Zoho CRM. When you say a workflow, right, building a workflow, what does that really mean, right? Building a workflow is just a replica of what you're currently doing physically. Now, I would take a software company, for example, right? So let's take Zoho, for example, right now. If you're trying to use Zoho and we've not automated anything, you will need to drive down to Lagos as it is now. Let's say Nigeria Zoho, for example. You have to come down to Lagos. You come to our office. Then we'll now take your details. You write it down, or we'll put it in a spreadsheet, or even within our CRM itself, manually. Then you tell us you're interested in a marketing software, right? Good. We'll write it down. Now, imagine us getting about, let me be modest. Let's say you are getting 20 leads in a day, just 20. And think of it in your own business too, whatever you're selling. Imagine you're getting 20 leads in a day, and you have to wait till the end of the day to send them a welcome email. Like, okay, welcome to Zoho. Thank you for showing up. Our marketing activities, our marketing tools are this and this and this. You are doing that for 20 persons in a day. At the end of the week, that is 100 persons, right? In 1 month, that is about 500 leads, right? Now, remember I said follow up, follow up, follow up. So you need to follow up the Monday lead, maybe by Wednesday. You need to follow up Tuesday lead, maybe by Thursday. So already you have 20 plus 20, 40. Then imagine the next week, 20 plus 20 plus 20, that is 60. And that is why you can never scale your business. Because you are spending much of your time to do follow-ups. You are trying to get new, oh yes, you are trying to do it, and then you have to recruit more persons. And as a startup, you don't have so much cash to just be throwing around. That is why you will need to use technology and software to automate these processes, right? So what is automation? According to my definition here, just a moment, please. So automation is the use of technology to perform tasks where human input is minimized. Automation is the use of technology to perform tasks where human input is minimized. I did not say eradicated, because we can as well just eradicate human input, right, with AI and automation, but you will not get solid, because there is this place of human touch. I have attended a lot of virtual meetings. I have attended a lot of physical meetings, and I can assure you that physical gathering, physical meetings are more important and even more effective than virtual meetings sometimes, right? So when I say automation is the use of technology to perform tasks where human input is minimized, right? Somebody will need to instruct the system to do something. You need to enter that detail somewhere, right? So that is automation. And also, basically in a layman term, what is automation means if this, then that, right? So I'll say use Zoho for example. If the lead city is from Port Harcourt, then assign the lead to Onyekachi, who is from Port Harcourt. You understand, right? Next slide again. Next slide. So the example I have on this stage says, if a deal closes, then send thank you email. So as a salesperson, you're trying to prospect your new clients, you've sent them quotations, they received your calls, and then you just change the status on the CRM to lead one, right? Good, yay, everybody's happy. Then you need to send thank you notes, the same way you welcome them in the beginning. When they sign up for your product, welcome to Zoho, we are happy to have you. Oh, thank you for making payment. Then do that. Then next slide again. Now, taking that a little bit further, next slide. Now, this is a condition that we just wrote, right? That you can have on Zoho CRM. If a deal is closed, and the deal is from Lagos, and the deal is more than $10 million, then send them a thank you email, inform the finance manager, then assign task to the account executive. Now, these are three things you've done already, right? When the deal closes, imagine you do not have a system in place that will inform you that the deal has been closed. So you need to wait for the salesman to come and tell you that a deal is closed, right? Then when you now check, you have to go and check, oh, this is from Lagos, so it's not for me. So move it to somebody else. Then they move it to the next person. That one have to check, oh, this is less than $10 million. I don't deal with small deals. Send it to someone else. So you're wasting time already. Now, if this can be imputed in the system for your workflow, you can then perform 3 actions, right? Send a thank you note to your client. Thank you for your business. Then inform the finance manager, okay, we just won a deal, and then we need you to follow up for payment or send an invoice or send a receipt. Then after sales services will come in, whereby you now need to assign tasks to the account manager, right? So automation. Now, this thing will do it in one click. Once the condition is already fulfilled, deal close in Lagos, 1 million, automatically the system is going to do all these things for you without you being behind your laptop. So it's easier for you to scale up your business when all these things is being done behind the scene for your business, right? And with Zoho CRM, you can do a lot of things. When you have the rules is going to be the criteria that you set up. Next slide, please. The rules will be the criteria that you've set up. Okay, Nigeria, Lagos, more than $10,000, right? Then set of actions that you have to do, right? You need to alert somebody. So who are you alerting? Next slide, sorry. You need to alert someone. So you need to inform the customer thank you note. You need to send an email to your manager. Hey, Oga, I don't close this deal low. Can you change the slide so that they can follow me? Then you need to assign task, right? I want the account officer to reach out to this customer because they just get onboarding process, right? Then you can update a particular field. So I want to change the field from prospecting to an account, or I want to convert this customer from a prospect to an account. You can update the field. Then you can also use webhooks or a custom function. I think the tech guys are not hearing me, right? So I'll move on to the next one. So what are the basic workflow actions that you can do? You can send email. You can create a task. You can assign a follow-up activity. Then you can update a field with Zoho CRM. Then advanced one, can you move to the next slide? So the advanced workflow action you can do is webhook, right? So that is when you use Zoho to send or receive data from somewhere else. So for example, now you want to send an SMS to someone the moment they sign up for your products. So you can use webhook with Zoho CRM to get that done. You can create a custom function that invoke a custom script within the system that will do the exact same thing you want the system to do, right? And time-based action. Like I've used this a lot of time. When you onboard a new client and you are trying to be modest, not to bombard them with a lot of emails or a lot of marketing material, you can schedule it. Okay, if this customer signed up by 2 p.m. on a Monday, by 6 p.m., after they've signed up, I want to send them an email, welcome email, after 4 hours. Then the following morning, I want to tell them that we are open for business. These are the things we can provide you with today. Then maybe after 2 weeks, and they didn't make any purchase from you, and you've tried to reach out, maybe send them like 3 or 4 emails. Then after 2 weeks, you want to follow up again. Hey, we are still here. You know, these are time-based actions that you can perform. So you keep your customers in the know of whatever your business you're doing, right? So time-based action, you can customize a lot of things, automate a lot of things that will make your business relevant. When you receive regular emails from a particular brand, and this happens to me a lot actually. When you go on Instagram, you're scrolling by and you're looking at these food vendors, and one day you are really hungry, and like, I don't want to cook, or you don't want to use this pasta, or maybe there's a restaurant, I don't have the energy. The first brand that will come to your mind is the brand you see consistently. And that's why you have to be in people's face all the time, either by email, marketing, not always selling. Just remind them something. Create a newsletter channel, send them a newsletter every week, right? Give them content that will enrich their life. When there is need for them to pay for something, they will remember you. So that is why time-based actions are also very important for your business. A business example that I put on my slide is you pass customer deal information to accounting department. You send a reminder when a customer contract is about to expire. Lose a customer, right? I mean, customer comes and goes. Some people will not be happy. They will not stay with you. Or some people don't even know what they want to get from you. When you lose a client, you want to be informed, right? When the system, within your system, somebody is dropping off, right? Can you imagine how disastrous it's going to be for your business when you don't know your churn rates? You need to be able to measure it, right? And how will you do that? You can't be going to the system and be checking, are they active or not? You can create an automated workflow within the CRM that will inform you that somebody just dropped off. You can even go a little bit further. So if you have a mobile application and you try to integrate with Zoho CRM, and a particular user have not used that particular software, your app, in 2 weeks, or maybe depending on what you're selling on the app anyway, right? Maybe in 2 weeks, in 3 months, or in 6 months, right? You want to send an automatic email to the manager, to the account manager, account executive. Okay, this guy has not used our software in the last 3 weeks, although the app is still live, but then they have not really purchased anything. There is abandoned carts. They put a lot of things that they didn't check out, right? Can you imagine how your customer will feel if you are shopping online and you have a lot of things in the cart? And maybe 2 days later, you now say, hey, Kenny, you still have something in the cart. So, you've not checked out. I'm going to give you 10% discount. Even though I don't have the money, that discount will compel me to open the app again, check what I have in the cart, probably remove 1 or 2 things, then just check out with money I have and use the bonus. So marketing strategy, right? So you can make this decision if you can work with data and make the data actually work for you to enhance the way you do your business, right? And if a returning customer is coming, right, I have it here that notify the last sales rep. So let's say you contacted Zoho and you spoke with one of my guys, let's say Martins, for example. You build a rapport with Martins. You only need Zoho on a one-time basis, just one time. Maybe Zoho creator to do an event like this, or maybe backstage that we are currently using for this event. And during that time, you are speaking with Martins. Martins was your guy, right? And maybe 6 months down the line, you have to come back to Zoho to use backstage or to use Zoho social. Can you imagine how comfortable your clients will be when they still have to speak with Martins, whom they know? Because Martins was the guy for them the last time. He understands their business process. He has an idea, okay, it's a real estate, they're trying to minimize their cost, they're trying to scale up, so probably this one will not be the best for them. Even the fact that you have a known face speaking to you is a plus for you. So you winning that account, your chances are higher, right? And how can you do that? Imagine you have 1,000 customers. You won't remember the last person I spoke with, right? If somebody will say, oh, Kenny, I spoke with you last week. I'll be like, yes, it's probably correct. I can't remember everybody, But the system will have that record. When they sign up again, you can assign Martins automatically. So Martins will see it. Martins will go through his record. Oh, yeah, it's you again, They take it off from there. Instead of you assigning someone else that will start from scratch to build a relationship just for that one deal, then you close it off again. So continuous relationship as well can be maintained with Zoho CRM. Moving to the next slide. I've spoken about auto-assignment rule, right? Auto-assignment rule is when you assign task or lead or account automatically based on certain criteria. So if in our CRM, we've got a lot of features, right? And I'm always excited to tell people about it. So we've got the assignment rule, we've got the territory management, right? So if you're doing business in Nigeria, there are chances that you will probably have 2 branches, one in your hometown, then probably in Lagos, right? Now, if you're doing business in Lagos, you want people that are working in your Lagos office to undo that account. If you're doing business in Port Harcourt, you want your clients doing business in Port Harcourt to handle the account. So it's easier for you to manage, right? So you can do something called auto assignment with that. Yeah, so then even depending on how you get the lead as well too, you can decide that, okay, if this is from social media, give it to Martins. If this is from email, give it to Kachi. If this is from an event, give it to Kachi, So my time is up. Okay, great. All right, so let me just speed through that. Also assignments, we can do that with Zoho CRM. And these are the business example. Can you move to the next slide? So this is an example of you converting social media interactions and activities to lead for your business, right? I mentioned from the beginning that you need to have a social media presence. Now, you don't just go there to post for fun. You want people to actually engage with you on those platforms. So you can actually convert a lot of things on social media to lead. If they like your post, you can convert. If somebody should like your post, that means whatever content they are liking, they are interested. Then you can build on that relationship. If somebody comments, and this is very annoying for a lot of Instagram vendors, right? They will put a nice product on Instagram, they will not put the price. When you now ask, what is the price? They say DM, right? How many of you have never experienced that? And how many of you has actually DM'd them to ask for price? We don't, right? I would not. Now, for that business person, they have lost a customer, a potential customer. Now, imagine them using a tool that will convert all the comments to a lead within your CRM, and then the CRM will now automatically send them an email, oh, welcome to Zoho, what do you need, right? Or you can even go a step further. So when you have like keywords within the comment, so social media posts, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google My Business. So when you do that, so you say any comment that has price, sales, very interesting, oh, nice products. Those keywords, right? Because, I'm not sure how big you're on social media, but some people can have 500 comments, and you wouldn't want junk lead. So you can go to the specifics. Now, if the comment should include any of those keywords, it will convert that to a lead for you. When it converts that to a lead, the system will recognize that and also pick some details from that. Okay, the location is Lagos and Abuja. For Abuja clients, you're going to pay 5% lesser than Lagos clients. And Lagos customer will pay maybe 10% higher than the general market value, right? Now, it's system. How will you know that it's from Port Harcourt to Lagos? You have to go and check manually. But the system can actually do that for you. So as it's coming in from social media, gets into your CRM, an email is triggered based on those things, and it will check all those keywords. Okay, Port Harcourt, 10% lesser, Lagos, 10% higher, maybe Abuja, 0 discount. You can do way more with technology and Zoho. And you can scale up easily with that, right? And ultimately, next slide, you need approval flow. Right? You want to be able to approve and disapprove a lot of things on your platform. As a business owner, it is very important for you to create a flow that people can actually follow. You have the idea, you are the brain behind the business, and you're trying to employ people to work with you to achieve the common goal. If there is no clear process for your organization, trust me, the more you skill, the more problem you are creating for yourself. That's why you have to create an approval flow. And I'll talk about scoring rule. Can you just skip the scoring rule? So scoring rule is even when you attribute some scores, right, to some lead within the system. As a salesperson, you have 100 contacts, right? How do you score them? So you are not wasting your time on the cold ones, right? So you can actually score them based on their capacity, their revenue, their business model, maybe the details you are getting from them. Okay. To do business with me, I will need you to give me your international passport. I will need your CAC registration document. I will need maybe your BVN, whatever it is, right? If you don't have any of those things, I cannot do business with you because I will need you to go get them, then come back and do business with me. Imagine 50% of your contacts are in that category, and 50% already have those documents. Without the system, how would you know which one you should go for first? So you can spend a lot of time prospecting one client. At the end of the day, when they responded, oh, sorry, we don't have CAC. So you have to go back to the next person. So with the scoring rule on Zoho CRM, you will be able to do that easily and then follow up with your lead. So I want to go to blueprint and probably just end there. I think my time is fast spent. So blueprint, when I talk about blueprint with people, I just try to tell them to interpret it in a layman language. Blueprint. Blueprint is just something you are following, right? You have an idea, you want to build a structure. There must be a blueprint, right? Every city have a master plan, so that is the blueprint. So if you enter here, you turn right, you turn left, you go straight, you open the door, you sit down, you leave the chair. That is the blueprint for your business. Now, as a businessman, you need to have a blueprint, right? And how do you ensure data authenticity? How do you ensure data integrity without having blueprint? Now, like I said, salespeople, they're always a corporate, right? They will bring everybody in, including marketing, right? Marketing will go out and say good things. People will troop in, right? Sales will say, yeah, come, right? Because they want to meet their target. And at the end of the day, most of those data can be junk lead and might not even be valuable for your business. And at the end of the day, if compliance is an issue with your kind of business, you might be in big trouble. So how do you ensure that everyone working in your organization, they're actually working by the book? That's when you will need to create a blueprint for your organization. Can you go to slide 35? Okay, so the slide here is to show you a blueprint. There is a start, right? There is a new, qualify, not qualify. So when a particular businessman is trying to do business with you, that will be a beginning. When they are coming in, so what are the things you would need to get before you can even record them? While you are recording them and after you've recorded that particular data, when you move to the next stage of your engagement with that client, there is another data you will need to collect from them. So before, during, and after. So blueprint is very essential for your business. I'm rushing now, I'm very sorry. So moving on to the next slide, right? Moving on to the next slide is to ensure process compliance, right? And use blueprint as a mechanism to guide your rep to the right path. A lot of people, when you onboard new staff, you have to take hours to train them about your process. When you have a blueprint in a software in place, it's easier for you because they cannot go be outside of the blueprint. So I need you to upload a document. The system will not allow them to go forward, right? So it ensures process compliance, right, within your organization. So it's essential for you as you're scaling, right? And you can measure your growth and success. So Zoho CRM is very powerful, right? We have a dashboard. We have our own analytics within the system. We have the reporting structure. You can get as much report as you want, including even you want to get a report based on the email you're sending from the system. Automatic email, manual emails, you can get that much report from Zoho CRM. And you can streamline your processes, make that process clear, understandable, and repeatable. Now, talking about process, these 3 points are very, very important. They must be very clear. Your process must be clear so that new person joining can understand why and what they are doing. Then understandable, right? You should be able to communicate your process or create it in a way that anybody can understand that process and follow it. And then they must be repeatable. Now, imagine you're creating an automation within a software that will only work one time for one customer, and you have 100 customers coming in every week, right? So you have to create an extra 100, or every time you have to create a new process. So your process must be repeatable. So you look for the common ground, automate that process, and I can assure you that you will cut down about 70% of your mundane activities using the software to optimize the way you do your business. So that will be all from me. And if you can move to slide 47. So slide 47 was talking about the key three important departments within an organization. So you have the marketing department, you have the sales department, and you have the support department, right? So marketing departments, they are very important. Can you move to the next slide? They are very important. Sales, so marketing they are focused on your reach. You want to send billboard out. Can you go to the next slide? You will see marketing, sales, and support, right? Your reach, your focus, for lead generation. Then for sales, they acquired the customers. After marketing have shelves, they've done on social media, they've done everything just for people to like like your content and comment. Now, sales will take it up from there, right? Which you now go to implementation and fulfillment, and then you now move to support. Because for every product and service, there must be a support in place for them, right? And Zoho covers everything. Next slide. So not only on CRM, so we have other applications that you can use to enhance your business productivity for sales, marketing, email and collaboration, services, human resource, legal, finance application, analytics, project management, including e-commerce, right? So we have a lot of applications that you can actually use right now to build your business from scratch. And as you're scaling your business, the software is going to allow you to scale. Like I said, create a process that is repeatable, right? So you will be able to use our software to scale up your business. And the next slide is to show you the names of the products, what we have under them, right? For sales, we have Zoho CRM. For marketing, we have marketing automation. We have Zoho Sites. We have PageSense. We have Zoho Campaigns. We have Zoho Social. For the finance application, which I think is very, very important, we have Zoho Invoice. Zoho Invoice is actually very free for everybody, so you can actually start using Invoice and start billing people properly. We have Zoho Inventory. We have Zoho Books, which is a fantastic finance application, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to cater for your finances. You want to know whether you're making profits or you're losing money, right? You want to see the ROI on your marketing activities. How do you measure those things without using technology? You need some sort of software to scale your business. And productivity and email collaboration, they are very, very important for your business. You need to have an official email address, right? If you do me an email with Gmail, well, chances are I'm going to check your email. Don't let me say I'm not going to check your email. But it will be at my last thing to do, right? So having a proper business email address already increase your credibility, right? People will trust your brand more. Then you need to be able to collaborate. So somebody asked yesterday whether they can actually measure productivity from their staff working from home. Anyway, trust me, you can measure it to the T. I want to see when you check in, check out. I want to see how many hours you were on. I want to see all those things. You can measure the productivity at scale on Zoho. And so that will be all from me.